is probably one of my favorite comedians I've ever seen. He's hilarious, he's been killing it, and his name is Eric Bzowy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Eric Bzowy. Thank you. Derek E, everybody. Derek E. Everybody's doing all right so far? Right on, right on. I want to talk to you guys about love, you know? Love is a battlefield, you guys. It really is, but it's a battlefield that I have been medically discharged from. That's a joke about erectile dysfunction. Not a joke for me. I'm 30 years old and I have a prescription for Viagra. Yeah. Right? That's what happens when you party like you did in high school for 10 years after high school. I partied my dick off. Yeah. So technically I do have to pay for sex. Even if it's with myself. But I did the math on it, you guys. It's $55.52 for a pack of 4 pills. You take half a pill, so you get 8 tries at it. 8 days of joy. 8 days of gifts. It's like Hanukkah, just at $6.94 a pop. I call it Hanukkah. That's my name. Yeah. But I'm also jobless right now, so I constantly find myself deciding between eating and getting an erection, and I haven't eaten in like 3 days, you guys. You guys like porn? I like my porn the same way white girls like cocaine, for free. That's how I like it. And when you watch as much porn as I do, you start to realize things the porn companies are doing, you know? Like Pornhub now offers closed captioning for the hearing impaired. It's a novel idea, you know? But what's the last thing you want when you're trying to masturbate, is to have to read? Not this guy. My friends think I have a porn addiction. I don't know if there is a 12-step program for porn addiction. If there is, I think it would go something like step, mom. Yeah, the rest of the family, they're all there. My roommate, he recently spilled a bunch of wine on my laptop, and I got mad at him because all of my porn was on there, and I thought I looked great in those videos. I'm kidding. Have you ever just like looked in the mirror and just thought, am I fuckable? Does somebody want this? And then you remember seeing an amateur porn with a guy that looked just like you did 3 years ago? It wasn't a good look, man. He stole all my moves too, like 69, where the guy's on top, which no woman should ever have to go through, ever. But all you girls who complain about how guys can never find the clitoris, not one of you has been able to find my prostate. Not like my doctor, that dude, he found it. You know when someone hits their head real hard and all of a sudden becomes a savant, like they're really good at math? Like it's called an acquired savant. What happens if like something like boring happens? Like you hit your head and all of a sudden you're just really good at eating crackers. Just ever since the accident, my mouth has just been wet, and or you become really good at lawn bowling, you know? 'Cause let's face it, lawn bowling, it's a dying sport, but by that I mean it's a sport for dying people. If you've ever been to a lawn bowling green, those places smell like death. That's just where death hangs out waiting for his next victim to drop. There's other places that he hangs out too. Well, Bonanza, that place burnt down. You can't hang out there anymore. It's the Legion. And Market Mall. Yeah. So we all know that Market Mall is just the Florida of Saskatoon. That's all it is. Well, my parents are here tonight. Let's get a round of applause for them. Sorry they had to hear most of that, but but I was very self-aware as a child, so I knew that we grew up poor, but my parents still liked to party. So I was the only kid in second grade that got all his clothes from beer boxes. You know? I had like an OV sweater and a bat blue toque, because those are old people beers, and my parents, they're old. I'm kidding. My mom's only like 35, sure. At least that's what she said. But I decided to save my parents some money by skipping preschool. Because anybody that's ever had a child go through preschool knows all you get out of those little fuckers is just a bunch of handprint turkeys. Yeah. I knew at a young age my father didn't need any more handprint turkeys. What my father needed was a job! Someone's gotta bring home my Cheerios. We were so broke that my dad had to boil the macaroni necklace that I made him for our Thanksgiving dinner. That's how broke we were. I'll leave you guys on this one, then I'll get into some songs for you. COVID, it's still around, surprise. But when it all started, the health region, they thought we were prepared. They really did. But you have to take into account that the last crisis that we had in this city was a bunch of poop on some lettuce. Remember that? The great lettuce crisis of 2018? What happened? Nothing. 9 people got E. coli, nobody died. The migrant workers finally got paid poop breaks, so at least something good came out of it. But the thing that pissed me off is the fact that KFC stopped putting lettuce on their sandwiches. The ban was on romaine lettuce. And I know damn well that KFC uses iceberg lettuce! Where are you gonna get the shits from your food, KFC? You can't blame this one on the lettuce. Alright, let's get into some songs for you guys. I was a musician before I became a comic, and I wrote a lot of songs. I wrote this song about narcissism. It's the best song ever. I wrote this song about having sex with my ex-girlfriend. So did 5 other guys that month. I wrote a whole album about Hitler. Sold 9 copies. If you understand German, you'd know that I sold no copies. Have you ever, to preface this song, have you ever had to have a conversation with a friend that could really ruin the friendship? You know? Well, this is a conversation that I had with my friend Dave. Oh, Dave, I don't like your wife, and here's the reasons why. 'Cause she thinks she can bake, but she can't. And I take tiramisu very seriously, Dave. And you know that, Dave, yeah, You fucking know that, Dave. Oh, Dave, I don't like your wife, and here's another reason why. She complained the whole time we were in Mexico about the heat. Well, guess what, Dave? It's fucking hot in Mexico, Dave. If she didn't like the heat, you should have gone to Sweden. We'll tell your bitch wife that we don't like her, Dave. Oh, Dave, I don't like your wife, and neither does your mom or your dad. We had a talk about it. Angie doesn't like her either, and she's a great judge of character. She even forgave the DUI driver that killed her whole family, but she still hates your wife. And that says a lot about your wife, Dave. It says a lot about your wife. Also, what's up with that toddler? It's not even hers. Where did she get him? That kid is Lebanese. You're both Irish. She's never been pregnant. Where'd she get that Lebanese kid? He doesn't even speak English. No wonder he's so confused. Stop saying he's adopted. Karen works for the adoption agency. She would have seen the case file. The police have been called. So it's social services. We looked up missing persons list. Guess who was on it? His name's actually Amir, not Jacob. Like your wife said, she's manipulative, and you're an idiot. We're not surprised this happened to you. Dave, I think that's a cops. You should probably obey their orders. I don't want to get shot today, Dave. Who's your lawyer? I'll call him for you and I'll testify on your behalf. Dave, what is your wife not telling you? Amir has a family. He's been missing for 3 months. Where was he the first 2 months? You've only had him for 1. And also, Dave, your wife wears way too much orange. Fucking way too much orange. Dave, we don't like your wife. Thank you. All right, this last song I got for you. I'm a very charitable person. I'm a bit of a philanthropist myself, and I actually run my own charity out of the Toys R Us parking lot downtown. And it was a secret for a long time, but I decided that I would share it with you guys. Here we go. Oh, I'll tell you a secret. It's that I blow clowns in the parking lot of Toys R Us downtown. Because it's not that suspicious for a clown to be at Toys R Us buying tricycles and little water guns. Both are common props for clowns. I take them as payment, but I donate them to a cause. It's called Toys for Tots, from clowns who got blown in parking lots. Well, I'll tell you a secret. It's that I blow clowns in the parking lot of Toys R Us downtown. And I don't do it for the money anymore. No, I do it for the kids. Yes, I'm blowing clowns for kids, just not in front of kids. Not in front of kids. And I'm tired of all these jokers. And Bozo smells like shit. And Krusty only likes rusty trombones. And then there's Lunette and Molly, just a clown in her dolly, and a bunch of dudes dressed like Pennywise who won't stop jizzing in my. I'll tell you a secret, it's that I blow clowns in the parking lot of Toys R Us downtown. Well, Halloween's a busy time. At least Ronald brings me fries before I dive between his thighs. And I don't do it for the money anymore. No, I do it for the kids. With some blowing clowns for kids, just not in front of kids. Well, Toys R Us is closing down. Well, where's a guy to blow a clown? Maybe Party City or that 45th Bazaar. But until then I'll be blowing out my car. It'll be parked at Mastermind on Preston Crossing. Alright, thank you very much everybody. I'm Eric Bzowy. Have a wonderful night.